لكن تحديت الظروف وخضتها وحدي صبورا مستعينا بالصلاة. كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي، كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر، وكم كرهت مصابها.
I thought you didn't want to be on camera next to a khariji.
Allah, astaghfirullah, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Just quick 2 points, inshallah. When it comes to the subject of al-inkar al-alani al-wala, to publicly criticize the rulers, the way of the Salaf, Ridwanullahi alayhim, they don't make inkar, they don't openly, what's the word inkar? Condemn the ruler with their names publicly. But they make inkar or condemn the haram that is being practiced. So if, for example, the ruler issue that is zina is halal, this and that, the banks, interest banks are haram, are halal, things like this, is to rebuke this and to say that this is haram, but without mentioning the name of the ruler publicly. And this is what the ulama are upon, and the mashayikh are asked, Sheikh Ibn Baz and Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan and the like of this, because this is the way of the Salaf, but not to confuse both. And the other issue, which is just a sincere advice to myself and everyone, whether we are here or elsewhere, people can get easily affected by words we say. So if you are in the United States and you openly criticize a ruler with his name, even you don't give the Pledge of Allegiance to him, but others are listening and they can act upon what they hear. So we don't want to be part of any fawda or evil or things of that nature, since we're all in a small world, if it's correct to say.
So he's basically stated that if a ruler makes zina halal, like we're talking about the mustalahat now, halal, and he allows, interests being halal again, he should not be criticized by name. Rather, we should say what is being done is haram without mentioning names, and this is the way the Salaf. And when they say they mention the Salaf, they mean their cult, as you mentioned, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh bin Uthaymeen, and they all do it. Shamsi said it, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh bin Uthaymeen, even Uthman bin Farouk, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh bin Uthaymeen. They all have this rhetoric. When they say the way the Salaf, they just mean the contemporary Salafis, the cultish Salafis. You understand what I mean? So they didn't mention him by name, right? Okay, let's see if this is true. So as you can see, I got Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya. As you can see on screen, it mentions that Al-A'mash state that the people differ regarding Hajjaj. When they asked Mujahid, they said, Tas'aluni ani shaykh al-kafir. Are you asking me about the old kafir? Now, why are they calling Hajjaj a kafir? Okay, why are they calling Hajjaj a kafir? Listen to this. He mentions that Ibn Asakir and Sha'bi, that he mentioned Hajjaj. You said the Salaf didn't mention him by name. So why is Mujahid calling him a kafir? I thought the Salaf didn't mention him by name. Okay? But why did they call him a kafir? We'll get to that later. That Shabi says, Al-Hajjaj mu'minun bil-jibti wal-taghut. Kafirun billahi al-azim. Kafirun billahi al-azim. Okay? That Hajjaj is a believer in jibt wal-taghut, meaning false gods. And he's a kafir in Allah, the powerful. Okay? كذا قال والله أعلم, and he said something like this, and Allah knows best. وقال الثوري and Ma'mar and Ibn Tawus and Abihi. Now Tawus, what did he say? قال عجبا لإخواننا من أهل العراق. I'm surprised from the people of Iraq who call Hajjaj a believer. Who call what? Hajjaj a believer. So Ibrahim, you said the Salaf didn't mention them by name. Okay. It's not entirely true then, is it? And why did they call him a kafir? As you can see on screen, we've got Al-Awasim wal-Qawasim by Ibn Wazir Yamani al-Mushtahid. Qadi Iyad mentioned that the evidence used by the majority of rising up against Hajjaj, the majority, so some people rose up against his fisq, but the majority rose up not because of his transgression or his sins, because he changed the Sharia and manifested his kufr. Okay? Changed the Sharia and manifested his kufr. So, coming back to me now. So Hajjaj bin Yusuf al-Thaqafi changed the Sharia. غير الشرع. He changed the Sharia. So the Sharia was there, he changed it. Okay? And this is why the Salaf called him a kafir. Okay, the majority of them. So what you propagated there about they didn't call them by name even if they allowed zina. So if you make halal what Allah made haram, istihlal. تغير الشرع, تبديل الشريعة, not me, Shaykh al-Fawzan and others from the contemporaries say it's kufr. Why is that a big deal? Like, you guys are secularists. Let's deep down, you're secularists. You're secularists deep down. And yes, now when it comes to like, you know, if the Sharia is implemented, you know, in the Dastur, you know, and one or two rules are not implemented, is kufr, duna kufr. You know, this is big debates, and this is where my knowledge, I step back. Tabdil al-Sharia, taghayyur al-Shar', these are big matters, right? Now, me personally, I take the view of Shaykh al-Fawzan. Go read Kitab al-Tawheed, I take his view, okay? Regarding tabdil al-Sharia and taghayyur al-Shar', I take his view, okay? If you want to know what that is, and you know what that is, okay? No matter what you say, he has a view that's in line with the early... I'm sorry, Ibrahim, your premise is absolutely false. So I'm sure we expected retraction from you because what you propagated was not true. It was absolutely false. So if you look at the whole conference, right, they have raised and elevated this issue of critiquing rulers, ignoring the elephant in the room. As Abu Taymiyyah says, the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is not addressing the kufr of Halloween, just saying it's haram. That's the elephant in the room. Let's be frank, that's the elephant in the room. But yet, you know, you all got together and started mentioning about, you know, critiquing rulers only because it was Saudi Arabia. If it was Qatar, if it was Turkey, like I said before, the Turkish coup, we didn't hear a peep from you. You know, when Qatar was besieged by your, you know, masters, no one came out and defended Qatar by saying this is un-Islamic. One scholar did, and he got subsequently locked up for it. None of you guys came out to the defense because, like I said, you follow the political winds of secular rulers. And now those who are promoting kufriya in their lands, but yeah, you can't talk about that. No, the Salaf says it. No, the Salaf basically mean neo-Salafis say. And we're not falling for that rhetoric no more, I'm sorry.
ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن إن الغريب له حق لغربته على المقيمين في الأوطان والسكن سفر بعيد وزاد لن يبلغني وقوتي ضعفت والموت يطلبني ما أحلم الله عني حيث أمهلني وقد تماديت في ذنبي ويسترني تمر ساعة